The sun hung high in the Louisiana sky, casting golden streaks through the dense canopy of cypress trees. Emily Carter, a 22-year-old college student from California, wiped the sweat off her brow as she adjusted the straps of her backpack. She had come to the Atchafalaya Basin for an adventure, eager to capture the beauty of the swamp on her camera. She had always been drawn to the wild, the untamed. But she had also always underestimated its dangers. She followed a narrow trail along the water's edge, mesmerized by the chorus of chirping insects and the distant calls of unseen birds. Her boots crunched on the damp ground as she stepped carefully over a fallen log, her camera swinging from her neck. Then, the ground beneath her gave way. At first, she thought it was just mud, but the moment she tried to lift her foot, she felt a terrifying suction pulling her down. A cold, wet grip wrapped around her legs, slurping as if the earth itself had come alive. Quicksand. Emily's breath hitched as she realized what was happening. She had seen scenes like this in movies, but those were just exaggerations, right? Her panic surged as she sank deeper. Her knees were already submerged. She flailed, trying to pull herself out, but her movements only worsened the situation. The more she struggled, the tighter the swampy earth gripped her, as if eager to consume her whole. She forced herself to stop. Breathe. Think, Emily. Think, she muttered. She remembered something she had read once: quicksand wasn't bottomless. It was just a trap, a thick mix of sand and water that could hold a person in place. Panic made it worse. She took slow, deep breaths, leaning back slightly to distribute her weight. If she could float, she might be able to work her legs free. Inch by inch, she wiggled her feet, trying to create space for water to seep in and loosen the grip. Her heart pounded. Sweat dripped down her face. She had to stay calm. A rustling noise caught her attention. Emily turned her head sharply, hoping, praying, that someone was nearby. "Hey! Over here," she shouted. A figure emerged from the trees, a local fisherman, his wrinkled face shadowed beneath a wide-brimmed hat. His eyes widened as he took in the scene, then he acted fast. "Don't move too much," he warned, grabbing a fallen branch. He extended it toward her, and Emily reached for it with trembling fingers. She wrapped her hands around the rough bark as he braced himself and pulled. Slowly, painfully, she felt herself inch upward. It took everything in her to remain still, to work with his strength instead of against it. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, she broke free, flopping onto solid ground, panting and covered in thick mud. The fisherman chuckled. "City girl, huh?" Emily let out a shaky laugh. Something like that. As she lay there catching her breath, she silently thanked every survival tip she had ever read. The swamp had tried to swallow her, and she would never ever underestimate nature.